Hey guys, I'm Woody, welcome to Piano Shack. I've realised buying used keyboards is a bit like waiting for a bus. You're waiting forever and then several come along at the same time. Today we're going to pick up the 4th keyboard that I bought in 1 week. Why don't you join me? Come on, let's go.
Woody Piano Shack.
So yeah, it's crazy. This is really the 4th synth I bought in 1 week. I don't know if you've seen the video I did about my favourite synth ever. Well, I think the one we're going to get today is second place on my list. I've been looking out for it for 1 or 2 years now. One's come up for sale. We have to act fast. Come on, let's go and get it. So yes, as you probably guessed, or may have guessed, it is a Nord, but you don't know exactly which model it is. And well, let's give you a clue. This has been, or other versions, older versions of this particular synth have been one of my absolute favourite synths of all time. I've owned several of them over the years. Now we have the latest model. Come on, let's take a look. The usual manuals, some cardboardy bits. Yes, as you can see, or maybe not, it is the Nord lead. Always tricky getting it out of the plastic. Okay, let's put it on top of the box. So yes, we have ourselves the Nord Lead A1, which is the very, very latest of the Nord Lead synthesizers from Nord or Klavier or whatever they're called these days. These are actually manufactured in Sweden, just in case you didn't know, and they are, well, they have their headquarters in the factory in Stockholm, which is just a 20-minute drive from here. So these are a kind of local synthesizer company for me and one of my all-time favorites. You may have seen my review of the Electro and the Stage, both of which I very, very much enjoyed. Now, this one then, super duper light, I mean, it's always been a light keyboard, Always been a light keyboard, the Nord lead, but this particular one is even lighter. But nevertheless, it's all made of metal. There's no crappy plastic here. This is wonderfully built. We have this must be an aluminium control panel with a whole bunch of knobs and sliders and stuff over there. Well, knobs anyway. And then we have, of course, the control panel, which Nord always sort of squash over onto the left side of the keyboard, which I find is okay. I wonder how it is if you're left-handed, or I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter. A little bit cramped maybe. I always find these to be a little bit cramped and with quite small knobs and stuff, but the quality of these knobs and switches is, as always for Nord, absolutely top-notch. No wobble or slop or feeling of poor, cheap build quality here whatsoever. We do get, of course, this iconic wooden pitch stick thing and this stone, except it's not stone, it's actually aluminium apparently. Feels like stone. Mod wheel. Really, really nice. This actually feels to me smaller than the previous Nord leads. I'm not sure. If you're curious, we'll have to check the specifications, but it feels like the sort of height of this panel is a lot, not a lot, but slightly shorter than it used to be. So it's even more sort of squashed down. They've even removed a lot of sort of unused wasted space from the side panels here. You see it's just the thickness of the aluminium sheet. So they've certainly done everything they possibly can to keep the size of this instrument down, which is perfect if you want something portable. You can just chuck it into Nord's, they had to sell these soft case things, you know, you can put the rucksack on your back. Very, very convenient. Now, as I was holding this up to the camera, I did notice a few sharp edges here on the bottom, and I was thinking, it's kind of odd. Have Clavier not like beveled the edges of their keyboard? What's going on here? This one's okay. This one's a bit rough. And then as I was looking closer, maybe this is coming on the video, I'm not sure. You can actually see this one's taken a bit of a bash. It's kind of scuffed up here a little bit on the edge. So this isn't Nord's fault. The previous owner, or one of the previous owners, has sort of had a little bit of damage there, which is a real shame. I didn't notice that when I bought it, so a little bit of a disappointment. I really like the keyboard on the Nord leads, I really do. It's quite a short, small keyboard, very lighted feeling, but it is actually perfect for a synthesizer of this type, you know, where you want to play fast lead sounds or bass sounds or percussive stuff. It works perfectly. And again, it's a feeling of very nice high quality. We have metal all the way around here. Let's take a little tour around the instrument together. There's no LCD panel here, which I think is superb. I hate staring at menus on LCD panels. Well, let's see. I'm a little bit skeptical about some of the changes that Clavier have done with this Nord Lead A1. They've removed a lot of the oscillator controls and just sort of replaced it with these twirly sort of value dials. It is a dual oscillator synth, but you don't have immediate access to the configurations of both your oscillators. You have to use various sort of pre-configured settings. So it's not quite as immediate, but Clavier, I call you Clavier, I'm not sure if it's Clavier or Nord. They claim that this is their easiest to use Nord lead ever, but they've actually removed a lot of the knobs, so I'm not convinced about that. We'll have to try it out and see. But we have a lovely big delay, reverb, chorus, flanges and stuff over here as well, which my previous Nord lead, which was the 2X, did not have. So they've added a whole bunch of effects over on this side, but removed some of the functions that were available on the previous models. We'll have to try that out and see if we like it. So there you have it. That was the pickup of my Nord A1. I hope you really enjoyed it. Join me again soon when we'll do some audio demos of this instrument. Actually, you've probably already heard some audio from this instrument on a previous video on my channel, but we'll talk about that again in a separate video. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you again really soon. Cheerio!
Woody piano shot.